today on EA Sports. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Oilers taking on the Salt Lake City Elks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visitors, Salt Lake City, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both wanted to be...
Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 69 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so that some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Graves. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
Now they try the right side here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. This will be caught inside the 10. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Elks drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2nd down and inches. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff as they run left side. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Oh, he shifts past him. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
Houston set to take over.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Saunders.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. He finds his man, complete. It's Graves. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Graves. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Saunders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Touchdown! It's complete. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Elks are able to widen their advantage. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get this started up in Orchard Park, an AFC's matchup with the Jets in town to take on Buffalo. And it is the Jets.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Oilers are back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And now here's a carry heading left. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Saunders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Saunders.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Houston's offense taking over again.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll set up a throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter. Good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He finds his man complete. It's Saunders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Graves. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's 2nd and 8. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football, CD. That's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
2nd and 15. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Oilers have taken the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now, because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the home team here, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is